Okay, hello again. It is Sunday when I'm recording this, but this video is about Saturday. So I thought I would take a little moment and talk about astrology, because there is a pretty big event this weekend, called the Superior Venus-Sun conjunction. And what does that mean? Well, I actually know, which is kind of cool. I'm enjoying the fact that I actually know things about astrology and I can explain them to people and understand how they fit in my life. And it's been really fun this weekend to see how that event that I just mentioned, plus also the full moon in Libra, are coinciding with elements and events in my life, and I am able to understand them in a wider context that, because astrology is such a long tradition, stretches back over generations and hundreds of years, and it makes me feel connected, understood, and less alone. So, what is the Venus-Sun superior conjunction, and what does it mean that it's in Aries this year? Well, to start off with, the conjunction happens every 584 days. Well, the superior conjunction. It's part of Venus's longer cycle with the sun. And every 584 days, the sun, Venus, and the earth are in a straight line, with the sun in the middle and Venus and the earth on an axis on either side of the sun. It's also a halfway point. There is an inferior conjunction at the halfway point of this cycle that happens when Venus is in between the sun and the earth. So, a superior conjunction, I heard it described on the astrology podcast as when the sun is looking through the lens of the planet into the cosmos. So it's when Venus is least visible to us on Earth, but also incredibly powerful. And it's powerful filtered through the sun, and the sun filters its gaze through Venus. And what does Venus have to do with everything Venusian: delights, disgust, wonder, desire, attraction, and all things relational. So when you have these two elements, the sun amplifying and bringing into the light of day these elements in a very real way, you can look back on these elements in your life and see maybe how they are changing or have changed over the past 10 months since the last inferior conjunction, which was June 3rd, 2020, or the last superior conjunction. The cool thing about this is that it also coincides with the full moon in Libra. So the conjunction, in my time zone at least, was on the 26th of March. And the full moon is today, the 28th, as I'm recording this. And these are connected not just because they are the events, two major events happening with the two luminary bodies, the sun and the moon, but also because when the moon is full, it's in opposition to, it's opposite in the sky to the sun. So there's a full line between the moon, the earth, the sun, and Venus. And the moon is in Libra, and the sun and Venus are in Aries, which are on an axis across from each other in the sky. So when planets are in certain zodiac signs, you can read the qualities of those planets through the characteristics of the sign. So in this case, we would read the characteristics of desire and relational qualities through the sign of Aries, because this conjunction is happening in Aries. So the qualities of Aries are fiery, passionate, there's a call to duty, you feel full of energy and will to action, You want to get things done in a very real way, and you're also concerned about yourself. Selfhood is a big part of what Aries means, apparently. So even though this conjunction is maybe invisible to us, there are still very real changes happening. And then you put that in addition to the full moon in Libra, which Libra is an earth sign, and it is all about balance, justice, practical action, taking steps to complete a goal. It's very practical. So there's this program that was put into place quietly on Thursday or Friday, and then it comes into being in a very real way today, and it has to do with how you relate to yourself, how you relate to others, and what you want in those relationships. So maybe take a little while to think about it in your life. I know I've been thinking about it in mine, and I'll just leave on a quote from the Embodied Astrology podcast, which I highly recommend listening to. Renee Sills has fantastic content, monthly horoscopes for all 12 zodiac signs. She's very accessible, very understandable, and it's like a monthly pep talk. So thank you, Lucy, for recommending it to me. And talking about this weekend, she says, this full moon reminds us that although we might move faster alone, we will move further together. So enjoy, and I'll see you tomorrow.